Hi everybody, Andy here with etrailer.com. Let's take a look together at this Diode Dynamics SS3 Pro LED fog pod light with bracket. This 3-inch LED fog pod light is going to give you bright light with reduced glare for improved visibility and safety. And this is going to be an easy installation anywhere on your vehicle with the included U-bracket. As you can see, I do have this bracket installed on this light, just to kind of give you an idea of what this is going to look like when you have the bracket attached. I'm using the included hardware to secure that bracket to the light, and then you are going to receive hardware to secure the bracket to your vehicle. Now, as you obviously have seen here, I do have power connected to my light. And what you see right now is the amber backlight. This is one of my favorite features of this light. This amber backlight is going to be great for a stylish touch or for more visibility when you're not using your main beam. I'm going to go ahead and shut my studio lights off here, go for a wider view, just so you can get a better idea of what that looks like in low light and dark conditions. So that's our backlight. And then I'm going to activate the fog beam. And as you can see, that is considerably brighter. And I've got that shining off to the side there just so I'm not blinding you. And then just so you get a good look at the beam, I'm going to try to turn this light to the wall behind me so you can get a good view of the beam. Now, this fog pattern beam is going to give you high intensity light in an extremely wide field of view. And this light has a color temperature of 3000 Kelvin yellow. So obviously that's going to be great for bad weather like rain and fog. So here's again the fog beam, and then the backlight, and then that fog beam again. So I'm going to turn the studio lights back on, shine that onto the back wall there real quick again just so you can see how bright it is, even with my bright studio lights on. Now, this has a power draw on the main beam of 2.7 amps. On the backlight, it's 0.03 amps. And this light is designed with a newer technology known as custom TIR optics. Now, TIR stands for total internal reflection. Unlike older technology that uses reflectors or simple projector lenses, which aren't great at focusing all of the light where you want it, this custom designed large TIR optic actually collects and focuses all of the light forward very efficiently. And from there, instead of having another external lens, certain lens patterns have been molded directly into the surface of the lens. This is going to prevent the normal efficiency loss when you see with an outside lens and when you shine through any type of glass or plastic. You're actually going to lose some of that efficiency, sometimes up to 10%. So by making it a part of this lens, you actually pick up some efficiency there. So the raw lumen rating is 5,220 lumens, and the measured lumen rating is 2,700 lumens, and the peak beam intensity is 10,900 candela. Now, in case you don't know, candela ratings measure the directional light output, and it's how anything is rated where you want light shining in a specific direction. Lumen ratings are just for omnidirectional output, like your regular light bulbs, where you want a light shining in all directions. But for a more detailed description of this rating, you can visit our product page here at etrailer.com, or Diode Dynamics provides additional information that you can find. Now, this does include the industry standard integrated Deutsch style connector, and I've got another pigtail with that Deutsch connector here just so you can see what this looks like when it's unplugged. And on the back of this light as well, let me lift this bracket up just so you can see, we do have a breather patch, and that's going to prevent any moisture buildup in the light. And then you see these heat sinks on the back of the housing here. Those heat sinks are going to do a great job of dissipating the heat quickly, and that's going to increase the longevity of your light. Now this light has been built with high intensity LED chips, and it features a durable powder coated aluminum construction, and this heavy duty construction is going to withstand extreme temperatures, corrosion, and vibration. Testing is completed to SAE standards, just like your factory lighting components. And just so you know, Diode Dynamics actually designed, engineered, and assembled this light right down the highway from us here in the greater St. Louis area. So as you know, this is a 3-inch pod light, but the overall dimensions measuring end to end on the width, we're sitting pretty close to 3 1/4 inches. And then that's going to be the same for the height of the light itself, 3 1/4 inches tall. And then the depth from the front of the light all the way to the back of the heat sinks, we're sitting at about 2 3/8 inches deep. And then since I have this mounted on this bracket, the overall height from the top of the light all the way down to the base of our bracket, we're sitting at about 3 3/4 inches tall. And I don't think I mentioned, but this bracket is obviously going to let you adjust the angle of that light, and then you'll just tighten it down, tighten that hardware down. Now this light does draw high current, and it does require adequately sized wiring for safe operation. So if you're not using a Diode Dynamics wiring harness, you want to use wire that's sized at 16 gauge or larger to ensure safe operation. We do also offer this light with bracket in a set of 2. You can find that here at etrailer.com, or you can pick up the lights just by themselves without brackets in a quantity of 1 or 2. And we do also have other brightness degrees available as well, depending on how bright you want to go. And of course, many different other types of lights from Diode Dynamics. Well, I think that's going to wrap up our look today. I do hope that our time together was helpful for you. Again, my name is Andy. Thank you for joining me.